When I was 14 years old, I decided to start taking my relationship with God very seriously. That's when I started walking with Him more. But it was also, unfortunately, was the time also when I discovered pornography. And at the time, I became pretty addicted to it. And as any teenage boy was when they first discovered it, your hormones are going crazy. So you get hooked onto it very easily. But the worst part about it is you get hooked onto it so easily, but it's so hard to get rid of. And I'm sure if you've had the experience of discovering it and then becoming very hooked onto it, you understand it. And I know this video might seem kind of cringe to some people, but I really was fighting with myself if I really wanted to record this video or not. But I really just want to help people that were in the same spot as me a few years ago, because it's been almost a year and a half since I last viewed pornography. And I really just want to share kind of the mindset that I had to adapt to quit it, because it's not a thing where you have to just use all your willpower, because that just tires you out. When you're using just willpower alone, it it's so hard. It's so much harder to quit because you're just trying to build yourself up to that day. A lot of times we get addicted to just the fact of how long we can go. We can brag about how long we can go without it. But we need to make sure that we can stop just going for that, because the number one thing is it is a lifelong thing. We don't want it to just be for a few months that we do it. We don't want it to just be for a few weeks that we quit. We want it to be a lifelong thing. We have been wanting to quit for life. We want to quit for life. We don't want to quit just for a certain amount of time. We want to quit this for life because it is damaging towards our relationships. And that's the hard thing about it too. Is something I realize is we are brainwashed. When we have been brainwashed from a young age. A lot of times we have heard that pornography is healthy, that masturbation is healthy, but it's not. And a lot we have been brainwashed into that thinking that it's not bad and that there is no benefits to quitting. I feel like you probably, if you're watching this video, you know the benefits of quitting, but you've never felt them. I think that's one of the things that really helped me is I would start rationalizing and say, oh, okay, well, I've quit for this amount of time. I felt no benefits. Yeah, of course you haven't felt any benefits because you have not quit. You need to be able to quit to feel those benefits. So don't go into the brainwashing of thinking, oh, I'm fine. Everything is fine with me. I'm not brainwashed, because you have not quit. You're not out of it yet. So how do you know that there is no benefits if you have not quit? You feel the benefits after you felt them. You don't know the benefits of quitting because you haven't felt them yet. So the number one thing for me is I just decided to make a promise to myself, which was, okay, I haven't felt the benefits, but I want to. I want to quit. So if there is benefit to quitting, I'm going to go 100 days without it. And if I don't feel better after it, I'll go back. And that 100 days was the best time of my life. Getting out of it. I am so grateful for that experience of just being able to just feel freedom. And after that, obviously, I felt the benefits. Afterwards, I felt much happier. I felt a lot more confident. I felt so much more peace within myself, so much more happiness because I went through it all. And I was able to feel those benefits. And I didn't ever want to go back. And I'm never going to go back. So I want to challenge everybody on this video. Just try to go 100 days without it. I'm going to give you a little bit more advice on what to do when you feel that urge, because that is the big thing with a lot of us, is we get that urge to, and it's so hard to fight that urge, but we need to push it away with a certain thought. It's not going to just be, oh, willpower, push it away. It's going to be something that helps us. So I want to just challenge you all to try and go 100 days without it. Challenge yourself to go 100 days without it. And if you don't feel better with it, then go ahead and go back. That's just the thing. If you can quit, there's a lot of people who will start saying that I can quit, I just don't want to. Then go 100 days without it. Go that amount of time without it. And if you don't feel better, if you don't feel happier, if you don't feel those benefits, then yeah, go ahead and go back. But for everybody who's going to go along with this, I'm very happy, and I want to kind of just share the thought process when you do feel those urges, because that is the number one thing that you're going to face is, yeah, you're going to feel that urge. But the number one thing that I think we should always go back to, and there's a book also, it's called The Easy Peasy Method, if you want to read through that. That's a very helpful book as well. But the thought process, the thought that I always remembered in my head was, remember your pain today will be your strength tomorrow. When you feel that pain of the urge, because when we are living a life in the slavery of pornography, because that is what it is slavery. We are slaves to it. There is freedom on the other side. It's pleasure for like 2 seconds, and then it's just pain. You feel so much regret, and it's because you know that there is a better life outside of it. You know that there is a better way, a better life outside of this addiction. So remember that even though it's kind of painful to try and fight your kind of a natural instinct in your head, it's hard today, but it will be your strength tomorrow. When we decide to take that step into quitting, and we start taking our mission to quit lust, stop being lustful, and to live with a pure mind, it is so much better, and you know that this pain that we are in right now will be better tomorrow. And I want to just share with you all, it is so much better. It is so much better. It's so much more of a peaceful life without it. You feel like you can actually have that, because one of the major things that made me quit too is I realized just how much it damages our relationships with people, especially with women. It damages our relationships with people because we cannot connect properly with someone. We have watched all of these very intense videos. That's the best word I'm going to say. And we want a certain something out of a relationship with someone. But that isn't what we should do. We should be looking for true love. That is not true love. Those videos, those are our expectations. That's all that's going through our head. And when that is all that's going through our head, how can we love someone properly? How can we ever have that relationship with someone, that bond with someone, if that is what is going through our head? I just really want to encourage anybody who is going through this right now. Don't give up. Even though it seems like it's hundreds of miles away, just remember that this pain that you're feeling today, this pain that you are not worth it, you are worthless, it's going to be strength tomorrow if you continue to resist that temptation. Also, for my Christian viewers, the Bible tells us to flee from sexual immorality. Porn and masturbation is sexual immorality because we are looking at someone with lust. So, with this, we need to remember that the Bible tells us to flee from it. So, instead of just resisting it, when we are thinking this thought, we are not necessarily even resisting. That's the thing. We're not just trying to push away the thought. We are just remembering and reminding ourselves that this pain today will be our strength tomorrow. And you can just think back on just God. You can use that to flee from it. So I hope this encouraged someone today. And leave in the comments if you're going to take this step. And I'd like to help you alongside with that with more videos. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.